Hello, dear friends. Always late to Rome, and many messages talk about the same subject, but there is also talk of 4 to 6 months before we start to see visible changes. Opinion piece. New timeline. A new world awaits us. Smooth transition to the new system. Respect will transform the world. Davos Forum suspended in January. They have 5 months to surrender their power. The path of letting go leads to ascension. All-time record gas prices in Europe. Hundreds of UK trains cancelled. Bigger stock market crash is coming. Let's start. A new timeline looms as the world transitions to the new financial, political, and energy systems that will revolutionize our lives. The elite has been given 5 months to surrender their power without collapsing the world's financial system, as a condition for their departure from Earth through the Atlantic portal. This timeline was validated by Christine Lagarde's tweet that the meetings would be held in Antarctica in December. A timeline is a presentation of a list of events in chronological order. It is usually a graphic design showing a love bar labeled with parallel dates and usually contemporary events. If humanity's collective consciousness were not sufficiently developed to accommodate fifth density frequencies, it would erupt in a self-induced global calamity. However, if humanity's consciousness evolved, a golden age of peace, love, and wisdom would begin. As consciousness grows, mutual respect takes on a new and expanded meaning. Respect is not for personal gain. It is our sovereign right. Unity consciousness honors and holds in high esteem every soul at all times. Respect will transform society and propel it happily toward a new outcome. Respect for every human being will be norm. It is the linchpin of our new and transforming society based on unity consciousness. Transition. It was the decision of the higher hierarchy that no great chaos should arise in this transfer of power. An economic collapse would have caused even more suffering to the population in these already difficult times on Earth, because people have already suffered too much. So they made sure that this transition would cause as little damage as possible. Antarctica contains a portal that can transport the elite to distant worlds in other galaxies of the universe, where they will be exiled forever from planet Earth. They will be saved due to their help in dismantling the existing monetary system in order to allow a smooth transition to the new quantum QFS system, which will be administered by humans themselves. Before they can leave for their new world, they must first help transition their old financial system to the quantum QFS system, and undo all the black magic that has been used to subjugate humankind and the Earth itself. They are the only ones who can dismantle the dark web they have created, designed to destroy societies. Transfer. It should be clear that the global elite have understood that their battle to take over planet Earth has been lost. Since they do not want to be part of what is coming, their only alternative to save their lives is to cooperate in the transition to a new Earth in order to be able to use the Antarctic portal to go forever to another planet. The aforementioned meeting on the transfer of power of the monetary system is a turning point for them and for all of us. Had they been suppressed, the financial and economic system would have exploded into chaos. There are better ways. They are called upon to transfer their keys and tools in order to make the transition as smooth as possible for the population. Something else worth mentioning is that these Takwans have been taught that black magic arts that need to be undone, and that the clique has routinely used for world control over us. But before leaving planet Earth, people need to see their rival face to face, to open their consciousness to the truth. Painful as this process would be, it would be necessary. Change of consciousness. The modern world of industry, commerce and investment runs on win-win software. Only governments win their battles, wars, taxes and tariffs, make mandates and provisions against doing this or that. They continue to operate on pre-civilized programming, stripping the public of whatever they can grab. The real change lies in the change of consciousness and thinking. We will be equal when there is free power, free transportation, and free replicators distributed to all. No one will be enslaved, and people will do what they want to do, and have free time to reflect and be creative. There is no need to accumulate anything. Advanced civilizations don't wonder where their next meal will come from, or how they will pay the rent, or how to travel from A to B, because there is an abundance of everything for everyone. But the real change is the change in consciousness and thinking. As the time approaches for a great change in our society, it is time to transform the pain and suffering of past experiences into joy, peace and prosperity. A new day is dawning that will bring a loving and respectful era for humankind. Reset news. First, Flynn files restraining order against Pelosi. General Michael Flynn filed a complaint to stop a subpoena from the House Select Committee to investigate the January 6th attack on the Capitol. He also filed a motion for a temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction against House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Second one, the coalition conducted a major sting operation last Thursday, December 16, in the UK, France, Australia and South Africa. Third one, something really big is happening in Switzerland and Luxembourg, said Whiplash 347 on Tuesday, December 21st. Fourth, a magnitude 4.9 earthquake hit the Bergamo area of Italy on Saturday, December 18th, and was felt in Milan. It was talked about the destruction of the 150-mile tunnel ranking between the Vatican and Switzerland, from which Charlie Watt's team pulled 650 loaded planes. Fifth, UK, hundreds of trains cancelled as thousands tried to get home for Christmas, with many sick staff. Last week, 1 in 20 trains were cancelled. Sixth, severe 6.2 magnitude earthquake on Monday, December 20, off the northern California coast, not far from the fault zone where the series of severe earthquakes occurred off the Oregon coast about 10 days ago. Seventh, self-proclaimed founder of Bitcoin arrested. On his flight to Mexico, Josh Mould was arrested in Frankfurt Airport. He is alleged to have defrauded tens of millions of investors. 8. Postponed to the summer the January 2022 meeting of Klaus Schwab's World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. This is just another way of saying that Davos was cancelled. This means that the restart could happen before the summer. 9th. Historical records of gas prices in Europe with more than $2,000. The price rose 11%. 10th. Russian gas blockade. Russian gas flow through the Yamal Europe pipeline was stopped, with the Malmö metering station, Polish-German border, dropping to zero. 11. Rod Steel. A Pentagon source said they are their best intentions to issue announcements before Christmas. Iraq continues to say they will announce their Prime Minister on the 22nd. 12. Biggest stock market crash is coming according to Harry Dent. The economy is in a bubble, and you will see a 40 to 50% drop in the first 2.5 months in quotes. After the bubble bursts, the trigger would be the rising interest rates. 13. Energy prices push Spanish industrial prices to record highs in November. Spanish industrial production prices in November hit a record high for the second month in a row, driven by the rising price of energy. Spain's National Statistics Institute said Wednesday. Resistance by Matthew Ward. Light continues to intensify around the planet, and the cells of light, absorbing people, are becoming crystalline, thus gaining resilience, and many souls now incarnating are entering with crystalline structure. The soul is energy of light and love, which is indestructible and impervious to the problems that affect the physical body, but the etheric body is affected, the body of light in which human being passes from the physical life to the spiritual world, because the two bodies are united until the death of the physical one. Each person's unique frequency transmits a notice of impending transition and health status to the record-keeping section of Nirvana. Humans with damaged etheric bodies or traumatized minds are received on the other side by a team of special portals where they receive immediate treatment and constant care until they are fully restored. Then they join to the other residents of the realm and embark on an active life in the glorious spirit world of Earth. Everything Changes by Judith Castle. I woke up with a very powerful message that we have passed beyond everything we have ever been or known before, which I can only describe as a wormhole, and therefore have gone through an immense rebirth in the highest sense. Everything is changing shape. What is imagined now is totally new. As it happened on the universal and galactic levels, it happened on Earth. There is no turning back. From now on, this will be felt by all of us in the highest degrees. The era of unity, peace, and love by divine decree has begun. Your life will never be the same again. The more you cling on the old, the more it will disintegrate. We are now assuming a true galactic and universal citizenship as we stand in the domain of our highest soul, with truth and integrity. This universal moment transcended all that had gone before. The easiest way. Archangel Gabriel through Shelley Young. If you can fully commit to being in a state of non-resistance to yourself and your highest potentials, you will be amazed at what you can discover and accomplish as you move into the energies of 2022 and beyond. Heart-centered dreams are being supported as never before. The easiest path to the fifth dimension by the Arthurian Council 9D through Daniel Scranton. This is a universal shift in consciousness, and that means that all beings in all dimensions are making the shift with you, and you are at the center of it all. Earth is a place where you not only have to deal with the darkness that is present here, but also the darkness of your ways throughout the galaxy. You have endured the Orion Wars, and you have also had many instances where regressive beings have interfered with your natural evolutionary process. And so humankind has truly stacked the deck against itself. No wonder why there are so many stories about what will happen when you ascend. No wonder there are so many predictions about chaos and cataclysms. We want you to know that we are waking with you, that you are awake, to make the journey easier. you would still be ascending even if we had never intervened in any way. But when you are ninth dimensional and therefore not physical, there is not much to do. Helping those who are still in a physical state is a natural and logical choice. It also makes a lot of sense to see all of you as extensions of us. So, we know that we are only helping ourselves, and you must know that we are part of you, and that listening to a part of you is a big part of your journey. In your evolution, you have to be silent and listen to what is going on inside, because the ninth dimension is not out there somewhere far away in the heavens. The ninth dimension is within you, just like all dimensions. We just want to show you the easiest way to get to where you are inevitably going. And that easiest way is always to choose the path of love, forgiveness and compassion. It is the path of letting go that brings you into the fifth dimension with greater ease and joy. Take back your power. 2022 is the year you take back your power by Arcturian Council 9D. Let this be the year you step forward as the teacher, leader and healer you are meant to be. And let this be the year you guide to nearly awaken away from that which doesn't serve them. Knowing who you really are will always serve each and every one of you. And take that knowledge and put it into practice, for you are creative beings. You are not just there to live a determined set of circumstances that will unfold before you. You are there to decide, and one good thing that predictions do is that they give you the opportunity to choose from many different timelines that are being illuminated by the one making the prediction. Now, when we say take your power back, we are not talking about taking it away from someone else who has taken it away from you. We are talking about letting go of that whole idea that someone else could take your power away from you, and realizing that you had the power within you all along. You can create your passion of the fifth dimension and live in right now, but you can only do that if you recognize that the power existed within you all along. It is time to move into the unity consciousness and fifth dimensional paradigm that you are moving into, but what you can move into more quickly when you do so consciously. Christmas message from Yeshua ben Yosef, Jesus. Christmas may be a religious holiday, but the meaning of my birth is much deeper than what has been quoted in the Bible and retold endlessly on earth. My life mattered, yes, but my life was no more important than yours or any other soul who has ever lived. The message I wish you to know is this Christmas is that you need not follow me in the Christian faith, if that is not your belief or your will. It is for you to know that you and I are always connected through your higher of Christ's self and the unconditional love of the universe. We are never separate, and there are no prerequisites to feel my love. My love and compassion are yours to give you to yourself and others. The more they do, the more you connect to your higher knowing, which leads your frequency to rise to a higher level of consciousness and a deeper understanding of who we really are in spirit. This Christmas, give gifts if it brings you joy, but giving you love freely and without expectation to your family, friends, strangers in need and the world, it is the biggest and best way to bring my love to the world. Do whatever brings you joy and peace, even if you yourself are the one who is lonely or in need in some way. Connect with the simplicity of life and the beauty of nature. Forget your troubles for a day and give thanks to the Creator for the gift of life and for your health and wealth to come. I will be there showering blessings upon you. Feel me in your heart, for I may have come and go, but I'm never gone. I'm always with you. Thanks a lot, dear friends.